Have you ever felt that weird vibe from someone? Like they're smiling to your face, but secretly wishing you'd trip and fall? What if I told you that in just 5 minutes you could spot an envious person lurking in your life? Today, I'm giving you 10 foolproof ways to catch them red-handed, plus ancient Stoic secrets to stay unshakable when they strike. Stick around because by the end, I've got a twist that'll make you rethink everything. Number 1, they hit you with the backhanded compliment. A sneaky little grenade wrapped in a bow. You've heard it before, right? Stuff like, "Wow, you're so lucky you got that job. I guess looks really do beat talent." Or maybe, "Nice outfit. Didn't think you had it in you." At first it sounds nice, like they're cheering you on. But then, bam, the sting hits. You're left wondering, wait, was that a dig? Spoiler alert, it was. Envious people are masters at this game. They toss out praise that's secretly laced with venom, hoping you'll second-guess yourself. It's envy wearing a fake smile, and it's subtle enough to dodge confrontation. Picture this: a friend smirking, sipping coffee, delivering the shady line, "Wow, you're glowing. Did you finally figure out makeup? See that smirk? That's the tell." I had a coworker once, let's call her Sarah. I'd just nailed a presentation and she saunters over all syrupy saying, "Great job. I'm shocked you pulled it off with so little prep." Ouch. Took me a minute to clock it, but that's envy talking. She couldn't stand me shining. The Stoics, though, they'd see right through it. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who dealt with way worse than petty jabs, wrote, "Don't let their words disturb your peace. Another's opinion isn't your burden." Translation? Sarah's shade was her problem, not mine. Envy loves a disguise, so you've got to train your radar. Next time someone's nice feels off, pause. Sniff out the sarcasm. The Stoics would nod. Stay calm, stay sharp. You've got this. Winking at you now, on to number 2. Trust me, it gets juicier. Number 2, they shrink your victories, turning your big wins into footnotes like it's their personal mission to dim your light. You tell them you ran a 5K, sweat, grit, the whole deal, and they hit you with, "Oh, that's cute. My cousin does marathons." Or maybe you landed a raise and they shrug, "Nice, but my friend got double that last year." It's like they've got a shrink ray aimed at your pride. Envious people can't stand your shine. It burns them up inside, so they toss out these casual little bombs to make your triumph feel small. Ever notice how they always have a better story? That's envy flexing, desperate to steal the spotlight. I felt this one hard. Last summer I finally finished writing a short story. Months of late nights, coffee-fueled edits, and I shared it with a friend, beaming. His response? "Cool, my brother's got a whole novel published." Boom, mood crushed. Took me a day to shake it off, but then I remembered. That's his insecurity talking, not my failure. Envy's got a playbook, and this is page 1. The Stoics saw through this nonsense centuries ago. Seneca, the philosopher who knew a thing or two about toxic vibes, said, "Focus on your own path, not their chatter. Their need to one-up you? It's their burden, not yours. Don't let it dim your fire. Next time they try to shrink your win, smile and keep running your race. They'll trip over their own jealousy eventually." Seneca would grin, "Let them talk. Their words don't rewrite your story." Stay tuned. Number 3's coming, and it's a doozy. Number 3, they overhype you. Fake cheerleading that's so loud it's deafening, but hollow as an empty drum. Picture this. You're amazing, you deserve everything, nobody does it like you. All delivered with a grin, but their eyes are cold, dead like a shark's stare. It's a trap, a sugar-coated snare to keep you close while they secretly seethe. Envious people wield this weapon like pros, pumping you up so high you don't see the knife they're sharpening behind your back. Their words glitter, but the vibe? Pure ice. You feel it in your gut. Something's off, even if you can't pin it down. That's the red flag waving. I fell for this once. A colleague, let's call him Tom, heard I'd scored a big client at work. He swooped in, clapping slow and loud, booming, "You're a legend, unreal talent." I blushed, bought the hype, until I caught him later sneering to someone else. Yeah, beginner's luck. The slow clap replayed in my head, sarcastic as hell, and I saw it. Envy masked as applause. The Stoics would have clocked it instantly. Epictetus, the ex-slave turned philosopher who survived worse betrayals, nailed it. Judge people by their actions, not their noise. Tom's words were a fireworks show, dazzling, meaningless. His vibe told the truth. Next time someone's cheer feels forced, zoom out. Watch their hands, their flicker of a frown. Epictetus would lean in and whisper, "Their mask slips eventually. Trust what you see, not what you hear. Don't get caught in the trap." Number 4's up next. Brace yourself, it's wild. Number 4, they turn into your shadow, trailing your every move like a mirror that's too damn close. New haircut? They've got it by Tuesday. Pick up a hobby? They're pros overnight, acting like they invented it. It's flattery for a hot second. Hey, they're vibing with me. Then it's creepy, like they're jacking your whole deal. Envy's running the show, too lazy to spark their own fire, so they just leech off yours. Ever feel like your life's a playbook they're ripping off? That's the tip-off. Obsessive copying, zero originality. Take my friend Lisa. I got into fixing up old bikes last year. Grease, wrenches, the works, just to blow off steam. Next week, Lisa's got a rusty frame in her garage, grinning. "Oh, I've always wanted to do this." Then I started grilling, chasing that perfect sear on a steak. Boom, her Instagram's all smoke and meat, captioned Grill Master. It peaked when I built a fire pit, sweat and cinder blocks, and she rolls up with one saying, "Guess I'm outdoorsy now." It was like she'd hijacked my damn life. The Stoics wouldn't even twitch. Marcus Aurelius or some toga-wearing badass would shrug. Let them mimic. You can't control their choices, only yours. Lisa could swipe my bikes, my grill, my pit, but my edge? Untouchable. Keep doing your thing. They'll burn out chasing your smoke. Envy's a sprint. It crashes. They'll stall, clutching a blank script while you keep rolling. The Stoics would sip their wine. Their copy fades. Your fire holds. Number 5's next. It's a quiet killer. Number 5. They ghost you when you're winning, disappearing faster than a magician's rabbit the second your life lights up. Share good news. Say you aced a test, snagged a date, or just had a killer day, and poof, they're gone. No likes on your post, no celebratory texts, just a void filled with crickets chirping in the distance. You're riding high, texting them, "Hey, guess what happened?" And it's radio silence. Meanwhile, they'll resurface when your car breaks down or your dog chews your shoes. All ears then. It's not coincidence. It's envy playing hide and seek. They can't stomach your glow, so they duck out, leaving you wondering if you did something wrong. Spoiler, you didn't. Their absence screams louder than words. I learned this the hard way with a pal. Call him Jake. I landed a freelance gig, decent cash, and shot him a message, buzzing, "Drinks on me tonight." Nothing. Not a peep. 2 weeks later, my laptop crashed mid-deadline, and suddenly Jake's texting, "Rough luck, man. Need to vent?" The pattern hit me like a brick. He thrived on my lows, vanished at my highs. Envy's a coward that way. The Stoics, though, would brush it off like dust. Marcus Aurelius, that emperor with a philosopher's heart, said, "What need is there to weep over parts of life when the whole of it calls for tears?" Jake's ghosting wasn't my loss to mourn. It was his. Don't chase their approval or beg for their cheers. Keep winning, keep shining. They'll slink back when they're ready, but by then, you won't need their echo. Number 6 is next. It's a sneaky one, so stay sharp. Number 6. They spread dirt when you're not around, whispering venom like it's their full-time job. You're oblivious, living your life, while they're huddled in corners, spinning tales to tarnish your shine. My buddy Mike pulled this on me. Classic move. I'd just scored a promotion, years of grind paying off, and I thought he was in my corner. Turns out, he was slinking around telling everyone it was just luck, that I'd stumbled into it like a kid tripping over a prize. I found out weeks later from someone else. Mike never had the spine to say it to my face. Envious people live for this, the smear campaign. They can't outdo you, so they rewrite your story, planting doubts like weeds in other people's minds. Picture it, friends glancing over their shoulders, voices low. "Did you hear about his promotion? Total fluke." It's a dagger you don't even see coming until it's lodged. When I confronted Mike, he stammered, backpedaled, "I didn't mean it like that." But the damage was done. Envy doesn't care about truth. It thrives on shadows. The Stoics, though, they'd laugh it off. Those old-school sages would say, "Let them talk. Truth cuts through noise like a blade through fog." Mike's gossip didn't erase my work. It just exposed his smallness. Hold your head high when the whispers start. You don't need to fight every rumor. Reality has a way of shouting louder. Seneca or one of those toga-clad geniuses would nod. Their tongues wag, but your life stands. Keep rising, they'll choke on their own words eventually. Number 7's up. Get ready, it's a subtle sting. Number 7. The sneaky dig slips out like a splinter under your skin, small, sharp, and oh so irritating. They'll toss it your way with a smirk. Oh, you're still working on that project? I'd have finished it by now. Or maybe, cute little side hustle. Too bad it's not a real business. It's envy dressed up as a casual quip, designed to prick your pride and leave you stewing. They don't scream their jealousy. They just needle you, smug as hell, hoping you'll snap or doubt yourself. That's the game. Make you feel less without breaking a sweat. Ever catch that tone, dripping with fake pity or superiority? It's their insecurity winking at you, begging for a reaction. I got hit with this at a family dinner. I'd been busting my ass on a coding course, proud as anything, and my cousin pipes up, "Oh, you're still plugging away at that. I learned Python in like a weekend." Smirk City. I wanted to fling mashed potatoes at him, but I swallowed it. His dig was a neon sign screaming envy. He couldn't code his way out of a paper bag, but he needed that jab to feel tall. The Stoics would have smirked right back. Seneca, that wise old soul, said, "Their discontent is their punishment. They stew in it, not you. Don't take the bait, don't fire back. Let them simmer in their petty pot. Next time the dig lands, brush it off. Smile even. Their smirk fades when you don't flinch." Seneca would lean in. They're already losing. Why join their game? Keep grinding. They'll trip over their own sarcasm. Number 8's next. It's a twisted little thrill. Number 8. They perk up when you stumble, lighting up like kids on Christmas morning the second your life trips over itself. Spill coffee on your shirt mid-meeting? They're grinning ear to ear, barely hiding it. Miss a deadline or stub your toe? Suddenly, they're chatty, buzzing with a glee they can't mask. It's not just schadenfreude. It's envy feasting on your lows, gorging itself while you're down. They don't say much, maybe a fake "oh no, that sucks." But their eyes dance, their shoulders relax. Your mess is their holiday, a little gift-wrapped boost to their fragile ego. Ever notice how they're nowhere when you're soaring, but front row for your faceplants? That's the envy radar pinging. I saw this up close once. I'd been prepping for a big pitch, nerves, caffeine, the works, and right before I went on, my laptop crashed. Blue screen of death, total chaos. My teammate, let's call her Emma, just beamed. "Oh wow, that's brutal," she said, but her lips twitched, her coffee cup trembling with suppressed laughter. Later I nailed the pitch anyway and she went quiet again. Funny how that works. Envy feeds on your flops like a vulture on carrion. The Stoics, though, they'd yawn at it. Epictetus, that tough-as-nails ex-slave, taught, "What's outside your control isn't your problem. Focus on what is." Emma's glee, "Not my circus, not my monkeys." Her joyride on my crash didn't rewrite my win. Next time they smirk at your spill, let them have their moment. It's all they've got. Epictetus would shrug. Their circus spins alone. Keep walking. Number 9's coming. It's a competitive little beast. Number 9. They're obsessed with one-upping you, turning every chat into a showdown where they got to come out on top. You got a new car. "Oh, mine's faster. 0 to 60 in a blink." Mention a weekend hike? Nice. I summited a mountain last month. It's relentless, like they're auditioning for the gold medal in outdoing you. You can't breathe a word about your life without them flexing something bigger, better, shinier. It's exhausting. A treadmill of comparison you never signed up for. Envy's driving this circus. They can't stand you having a win they haven't topped. Ever feel like you're just a prop in their ego play? That's the game. They're not happy unless they're ahead. I had this neighbor, call him Dan, who turned every BBQ into a brag-off. I'd say, "Hey, I fixed my deck," proud of my sweaty weekend work, and he'd fire back, "Cool, I built a whole gazebo, hand-carved." I'd grill burgers. He'd roll out, "My steak's Wagyu, melt in your mouth." By dessert, I was drained, ready to chuck my spatula at him. It's not camaraderie. It's envy in a race car, speeding past your every move. The Stoics would have sighed at Dan's antics. Marcus Aurelius, juggling an empire and petty rivals, said, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Dan's one-upping wasn't my load to carry. Let them play alone, sprinting in circles while you sip your lemonade. Next time they rev their engine, nod and step back, their track, their race. Marcus would mutter, their need to win costs them peace. You keep yours. Number 10's up. It's the gut punch finale. Number 10. Trust your instincts when something feels off, a quiet alarm buzzing in your bones. Their laugh lands wrong, too sharp, too forced, like broken glass. Their stare lingers, heavy, not quite right, like they're sizing you up through a mask. You can't always name it, but you know, that prickling on your neck, that twist in your gut, whispering envy. It's not loud like a shout or obvious like a shove. It's a shadow vibe, subtle but unshakable. Envious people don't always wave flags. They hide in plain sight, and your instincts are the compass pointing through the fog. Ever feel that chill and brush it off, only to regret it later? That's your inner radar pinging truth. I ignored mine once. A friend, let's call her Claire, always had this laugh, high-pitched, cutting whenever I shared good news. New gig? Ha, awesome, she'd say, but her eyes didn't move, locked on me like a hawk. I'd shrug it off, just her way, until I heard she'd been trashing my work to mutual friends, calling it overrated. That laugh echoed in my skull. My gut had screamed it months earlier and I'd muted it. The Stoics prized reason, sure, but they'd back this play. Those old philosophers like Epictetus weathering storms knew intuition wasn't fluff. It's reason's quiet partner. If your gut yells envy, listen close. It's rarely wrong, a primal signal honed over years. Next time that offness hits, don't explain it away. Pause, feel it, trust it. The Stoics would nod. Your mind reasons, your gut knows, both steer you true. So how do you deal? The Stoics have your back. Step 1, accept what you can't control, their envy. Step 2, focus on your virtue, not their drama. Step 3, rise above. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Be better. They'll fade." Spotting envy in 5 minutes? Done. Staying bulletproof with Stoic wisdom? Priceless. Drop a comment. Who's the sneakiest envious person you've met? Like and subscribe for more mind-blowing hacks. See you next time.